Okay, all comfortable, right? Let's talk about team relays. So I've got a little test session here. I've gone through and I've nominated some people for the relay. And if we have a little look at the relay, we've got some 12, 14s, 11s, 10s. The youngest here is not eight, and mixed genders, etc. Yep. Righto. So it's pretty easy, really, to create a relay, as you know. You just go down here and pick the last couple there at the bottom. And it's 4 by 25, so that's 4 team members, each swimming 25 metres. All right, then we come to the heats. I've got two. One's an individual, one's a relay. If you're curious as to how those little words appear at the bottom there, when you go into session and you click on this thing on the right side there, that grid, you can enter descriptions about your events if you want. By default, these words are automatically applied. And if you change it, it sticks with what you've changed. Yep. Okay, back to the heats. So here's the big button down the bottom, the tool spanner, if you like. And it says auto build heats. Okay, we'll click on that. Now the top section looks very similar to auto build individual events, and the bottom are a little different. There are 3 pack methods. I'll be honest, that's not spelt correctly, and neither have I finished that algorithm, so that one won't work. If you try that, it'll come up with a little message to say it's not available yet. This first one is for, well, there's a little button over here, a little, it's like an info button, and if you click on it, up comes some info. I could have done better with line breaks. I'll fix that. There's always something to fix. If you move away, it disappears. So click on there. The basic method is ideal when members' race times vary widely. Yes, the refined method, that's the next one down, should be used when members' time to beat values are closely grouped together. The acceptable margin sets a threshold for team member selection. Okay, so you lower that margin if there's less variation. And then the generic algorithm, which I really have almost finished, takes longer and may yield unpredictable results, but outperforms other methods by simulating natural selection principles to optimize team compositions. So yeah, this bottom one seems like a real doozer. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rough method, and I'm going to say, there's another couple little things. You can change the swimming team size. You don't necessarily need 4 swimmers. So if you had over here nomination, or let's go here. At the moment, we've got 16 people nominated. So if we had only 15, you might go, oh, we could have teams of 3 or teams of 5 and everyone gets a swim. So I thought, at the moment it's all greyed out, I haven't enabled it, but there's no reason why you couldn't make the team numbers bigger. What do you think? I would like to hear some feedback on that. Else I will make that disappear. Verbose, if we click here, if a problem encountered when trying to auto build, you just get an error message, and that might help you think what is wrong. Yep. You can arrange teams by house. I haven't coded this, but I would like it to be there. So you can just stuff all the people that are in the same house into the same team. And then this one here, which again isn't enabled and is on, means that a team doesn't have a full complement of swimmers, that team will be removed. Now, going back to having, say, 17 swimmers, that means you can have 4 teams of 4 people, and then one poor swimmer is out. They don't get unnominated. They merely are not given a lane or a team. So there's always one way of you perhaps fixing that problem up. All right, let's hit yes, and it builds the necessary teams, and in this case there's 4 because there's 16 swimmers. And if you look at the differences when it adding up what its predictive running time for each team is, you'll notice it's somewhere between, well, as a boundary, the range is about 5 seconds, which, isn't brilliant, but there are a couple teams that are very closely matched. If we click on one of these teams, you get to see their time to beat and their personal best. There's a couple there with big numbers, and they sort of make it difficult to pack the teams up. You can throw someone out of a team, very easy. Let's do that. We'll remove, here we're on George Flanagan, we will remove this person but keep them nominated. So I click on this one. Now they've gone. Now I can put him back in this team by just clicking on the little @ and click post, and George is back in there again. You get the idea. Now if we were to rebuild it, I'm not going to delete, I will. I'll delete the heat. There we go. Gone. We will rebuild it. I didn't have to delete the heat, but I'm going to put that on that, and I might make this say, 20, something like that. And let's run that. How's that do? Oh, we've got one team here that is 151, and the variation here is quite wild. So you can see by using this second pack method, you really need teams that are, or swimmers that have very close swimming times, calculated time to beat. All right, now anything else? Anything else, Ben? Is there anything else to tell? Not really. I do hope that generic algorithm will be work even better. I hope. Anyway, you always need at least 3 options, don't you? All right. Finally, and this is in the manual, believe it or not, even though it's very out of date. If you say have many relay teams, in fact you have multiple heats 1, 2 and 3, if you were to click on here where this heat bottom right says heat raced, or if this heat has been closed, and imagine there are 2 other heats, number 2 and 3, then by clicking on this button, all you're doing is auto building the last 2 heats that haven't been raced. In other words, the last 2 heats that are still open, you can rebuild the team order. Just saying that because often it's missed by everyone that, and this works for individuals as well, is that you can lock a heat, as it were, and then go and hit the rebuild button and everything's still fine. Anyway, anything else to tell you? No, but there's something up here that will be in the next, I'll do another little video blog about exporting to JSON. All right, so that was a quick, rough take on auto build team relays. I hope you enjoyed that. Catch you later. Bye.